Hey there, Starseeds! Welcome to Beyond the Cosmic Table. We're a group of friends from different cultures, backgrounds, and beliefs. We gather around our table and initiate honest and open conversations on how energy and frequencies influence what we create around us. By expanding awareness, we're able to journey with practical guidance leading to our highest awareness and conscious living. So, take a seat and join us at our table.
Have you ever felt a gentle nudge or maybe even a strong nagging pull to go somewhere, but you're not sure why? In this quick 10-minute chat, Ebby and Illeana talk about the inspiration to follow the nudges that come through.
I want to talk about something that everybody has and everybody dismisses, and is this impulses or inspirations or this itch. I gotta do this. I don't know why, but I've been driven to do this. Get in a car and do something, or just call someone. So, what are those? Do we follow them? Yes or no? And if we don't, why not? So, Abby, in your decades dealing with people on a professional level, and I'm sure a personal level, we feel these impulses. What do you think is this impulses when people said, and it's not a crime.
Yeah, right.
That.
Yeah.
I don't know why I felt drawn to walk into this place or walk into this store. What is happening energetically to us when we feel that impulse?
I think that for myself, from my perspective, I feel that when we're really connecting with ourselves that day or in those moments, that is really our higher selves guiding us. And they guide us through our creativity, through our inspiration. So that's another inspiration. So now ignore that impulse. Now that impulse turns into a little bit more of a nagging. Ignore that nagging. Now that impulse is going to, go even further. So this thing that starts off as something that's a gentle guidance, a gentle nudge that sounds fun, when gone unattended to, it eventually rises up, and now it's something that is now poking us in the side, like a thorn in the side, and so to me, that's what these things are. They can go from inspiration and creativity very quickly to strife if we keep ignoring them, because it's like we're missing an exit on the tollway. It's telling us, veer off the tollway. Here's something that you should be looking at or experiencing. And you're like, no, you know what? I'm not going to veer off on this one. I'll take the next exit. And for whatever reason, we're on the far left lane. We're not at a place or a point we can make that merge off so well. Now we're even further away from the very thing we started creating for ourselves that we wanted to do. So here you are. The reason why we started this discussion, everyone, is because Illeana was inspired. She just kept saying she wanted to visit this location. So how did we get to here?
I was, again, I love your analogy of missing the exit in the tollway, because I've been having this idea that started gentle, and now is the nagging since the weekend. Is I have to get to a high place, high ground, and look out. And I even have that image clear in my mind. And I was like, well, we're here in the flat state of Illinois, and we live in the suburbs. So where am I gonna go? But the image comes is when you clear. Some of our audience that are our age or older remember the Viewmasters, those toys that you imagine closing your eyes and having that view right in front of your eyes,
right?
Yeah. So I was feeling that, and I was like, okay, so where I'm gonna go in the state of Illinois, in the north suburbs. So I reached out to our good friend Diane, the Mother Day Shaman, and it was later. It was like, Diane, where can I find this place? And well, she said, oh yeah, this wonderful place, just 45 minutes away that I can get on a high ridge. And she said, and you can see far into the land. So that's an inspiration that I've been getting since the weekend. And I don't want to mix the next exit. So
Right.
that's
Yeah.
why I reach out to Diane, and I don't want this to become that kind of thorn in the side because there's no need. And if this image is getting clear to me, like my eyes looking far, my eyes looking far, and I don't consider myself narrow-minded
Hmm.
100% of the time.
Hmm.
I might lack vision in many things, but I guess there's some metaphor here, or there might be some activation.
That is true. Oh, yes. An
Maybe
activation.
is
Yeah.
this that activation when you get that inspiration is because it's is it gonna lead to an activation? And I know that we say that yes, the physicality doesn't matter because we're in 5D, but there's the geometry of certain location or the confluence of something that we're gonna find in a place.
Right. The energetic lines, the
Yeah.
intersection of ley lines. There's so many things to look at here. Yeah.
So yeah, when those that impulse comes in, and let's not use impulse, maybe inspiration, like you said, and let's explore it and not
Right.
ignore it because we're gonna end up in the far left lane, and that's not what we're here for. And
Yeah.
then correcting course, there might be some people who do that quantum leap from the far left
Left. Oh,
lane
yeah.
all the way to the next exit in half a mile. That's a quantum leap, but it has risk and it's not smooth. So while we
Exactly.
still have the opportunity to transition or take that exit, like I consider that 45-minute drive is the next exit. That's
Yes.
not
Exactly.
difficult.
Right. And to
And
know
it's
that
not
it's so
winter.
close. Oh, yeah, that's true. It's not like you
It's
got to
not
do that in the winter.
exactly. So to our friends, to our audience out there, it's easy to get caught up in the physicality and the 3D and miss the exit because there were busy things happening in traffic. But that is part of the awareness and mindfulness.
Exactly. And it's not even it's about what you're feeling in the inside, to in order to really connect with yourself. It's not a matter of, okay, I checked in my meditation, I can go for the rest of the day not being connected to myself. So when these things come up, yes, you know pay attention. Don't
And
be so quick to ignore
yeah,
yourself.
for the trivial, for the unimportant and the mundane.
Exactly.
So take that trip, take that next exit. The signs are there, and see what happens. Because what happens if this is a gathering?
Right.
I mean, there's so many ways this can go. Like that person that felt like they needed to walk into that store at that moment, and
Yes.
that was the gathering. Maybe another person felt that they needed to be in that store. The synchronicities
Hmm.
to be there at that moment, and then you got this energy gathering for whatever
E-
purpose.
even going and afterwards stopping for coffee, anything. There's so many what ifs from your travel there and back. So many what ifs.
The potentiality. Now,
Mhm.
one thing that I found interesting is, okay, let's see, because we all have a choice. This is free
Mhm.
choice. I said, you know what, it's too hot, or I have all these things that I need to finish by the end of this week. I'll put it on the back burner. I'll do it later, and see when this inspiration becomes strife,
Yes.
because it can be a matter of days, it can be a matter of years, but the energetic leap for this is no time. This can happen
Yeah.
really quick.
Yes, it can. You don't just have those one opportunities. Yes, you can pass these exits and things. And yes, there can be some kind of challenges as you go to the next one. But at the same time, which time does not exist, in that same vibration or frequency, there's a multitude of opportunities. But how many do we ignore? And that was the whole point of this quick 10-minute tidbit here, is just to let you know, to be aware, to listen to your inspirations and your guidance, your inner guidance when it comes to you, you know. And I can't wait to see, because you said you're taking your tripod with you on this trip. I would love to see that. I think that would be a wonderful share.
Let's see what happens. If not, at least wonderful pictures. But yes, don't ignore your inspiration, because that's part of the exercise of listening to guidance. And if you never listen to your guidance, you're never going to know what your guidance sounds or look or feels like. And then you can, that's when you get to strive, I think. I'm thinking that you build up on this strive, but completely neglecting your guidance.
And then you end up being the person that says, I never get inspiration. I never hear guidance. I never. Well, how much of that is because of the layers and layers of ignoring it? You don't know what it sounds like. You don't know what it looks like when it shows up. Absolutely. Good point. Wonderful point. Thank you so much for bringing all that up, Illeana.
Thank you, Abby, and thank you, Kim, and the members of the table. I'll take pictures, and then we'll do a quick follow-up, what happened and the high point.
Yes, you got to report back. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Hopefully this short episode was enough to get you thinking about some of the exits you did or didn't take, and maybe planted that seed so that next time you feel the call to go somewhere or do something, you'll listen and discover the reasons you were called to it. We'll be back in 2 weeks for another chat around the cosmic table. Thanks for listening.